Hard to believe it's July already, isn't it? Although it was hot enough to be July, that's for sure. It was hot enough to be August. Yeah, yeah. Well, and it's actually better today, and it's still hot outside. But we do not have class next week, next July 4th. On July 3rd, my Thursday class, I'm not going to be here. Gary is going to be here. He's going to be filling in for me while I am gone. I've got a chance to go just for the weekend because I got to take care of this. So I have a chance to go for the weekend out to Colorado. So I'm going to take advantage of that. Be with some friends out in Colorado. So I'm looking forward to it. That's my happy place, Colorado. Um, so Gary will be here next Thursday. It'll also probably be Gary's last time here because he's moving back to Philadelphia. So he wanted one more time, and that was perfect timing. So I think that explains all of that. Any questions on anything? Okay. So let's stand if you're able to. Let's do some Tai Chi together. I'm going to shift one thing for you. Let's do that. And I tell you what, if I can take, yeah, we'll bring that forward. There you go. All right, I feel comfortable for you, and we'll have this right here. Okay? Awesome. All right. So, taking our right hand and making it into a fist, representing power, taking our left hand, bringing our fingers together, friendship, and tucking in the thumb, humility, fist into the palm. Welcome. It's good to see everyone. I like your shirt. Very summer looking. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. So we're standing in the Wuji position, feet shoulder, hip distance apart. Nice gentle bend in the knees, tucking in the tailbone. Head is lifted by the silk thread, so good straight body posture in this direction. And good straight body posture in this direction. We're going to start with our deep breathing right after Steve tells us a dad joke. No? All right, so we're going to. You're going to work on the name. I got your name right? I'm sorry, Lou. I'm sorry. That was my joke, actually, to get your name right. No, was it? You hear the rumor about the butter? I'm sorry? You hear the rumor about the butter? Is that the one they're spreading around? I like it. I like it. There you go. Sorry, Lou. Deep breathing from the belly. Let's begin. Inhale the hands up. And exhale, relax the hands down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Push the hands in front of us next. Inhale to the heart. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Got a spot for you right there. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Arms over the head next. Inhale to the heart. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Nice and slow. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. I'm going to move. I'm going to shift a little bit. See if I can. Yeah. There we go. Probably better. All right. Arms to the side. Inhale to the heart. And exhale. Pushing the hands out to the side. Fingertips up. Feel the stretch on the arms. Inhale. Exhale the hands down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Once again, inhaling. Exhale, pushing out on the palms, up on the fingers. Inhale and exhale. Make sure you're standing up nice and straight and tall, not leaning forward, all right? Inhale the arms up. Keep inhaling as you open the arms up. Exhale, pushing the hands together. Keep exhaling as you float the hands down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Arms in the diagonals. So we start by inhaling to the heart. Left hand up, right hand down. Exhale. Inhaling to the heart. Right hand up, left hand down. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to the heart. Exhale, relax the hands down. Flap the arms like bird wings. Big, deep belly breath in. And long, slow breath out. Nice. Good job on slow. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Gathering chi. Inhale. And exhale. The hands right down the center line. Stand up nice and straight and tall. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And there you go. That's the deep breathing exercise. Good job. Did I tell you about working at the unemployment office? Did I tell you that one? I told you last week? Oh, I told you yesterday? Okay. I don't remember exactly when I told them. So working at an unemployment office has to be really hard because you know if you get fired, you're going to have to be back the next day. So you're back for unemployment. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, as long as it's a short ride, it's all good, right? Yeah, exactly. All right, moving along. Warm up exercises because we need to warm up. It's so important today, right? All right, chin tuck to get us started. Make sure you're keeping the chin level, all right? Floating the hands up, shoulder height. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, looking straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and sinking the chin down to the chest. Again, we float the hands up in front of us. Tucking in the chin, keep looking straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and sink the chin to the chest. One more time, floating the hands up in front of us. Hands to the chest, tucking in the chin, keep looking straight ahead. Hands come out, chin gently floats up, and then we sink the chin down to the chest. Beautiful. Next neck exercise, we're going to look side to side. So we start in the prayer hand position. Tai Chi ball, right hand is on top. Watching the left hand going over the left shoulder, looking left, pushing down on the right. And then we come back to center. Now the left hand is on top, watching the right hand, going over the right shoulder, looking right, pushing down left. And we come back to center. Right hand's on top, left hand, left shoulder, looking left, pushing down on the right. And we come back to center. And now the left hand is on top, watching the right hand, going over the right shoulder, looking right, pushing down left. And we come back to center. One more time each side. Right hand's on top, left hand, left shoulder, turning just the neck, feeling the stretch in the neck, coming back to center. Now the left hand is on top, watching the right hand, going over the right shoulder, looking right, pushing down on the left. And then we come back to center, come back to prayer hands, relax the hands down. Beautiful. Forward shoulder circles next. Make sure you're not leaning from the waist. So I'm not doing this as I do the shoulders. I'm just moving the shoulders. Okay? All right. You guys look excited. Bringing the shoulders back and then up, then forward without leaning forward and down. Good job. Shoulders back and then up, then forward and down. One more time. Shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Keep looking straight ahead. Now reverse. Shoulders forward, then up, then back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. One more time. Forward, up, back, and down. Awesome. Gathering chi, reaching for infinity. Imagine someone is very gently pulling on your wrist, all right? Gently reaching out, reaching up. Feel the body open and expand, and relax the hands down. This can sometimes help with that rigidity you sometimes feel with Parkinson's. Gently reaching out, reaching up, and relax the hands down. Make sure you're standing with a nice gentle bend in the knees. That's exercising the legs. Gently reaching out, reaching up, and then relax the hands down. Very nice. Touching heaven and earth. Starting out in the prayer hand position. Left hand up, right hand down, floating the head towards the ceiling. Coming back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching the spine. And we come back to center. Left hand up, right hand down, stretching the spine. Coming back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching the spine. And we come back to center. One more time. Left up, right down, floating the head gently towards the ceiling. Coming back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, gently stretching that spine. And then we come back to center, back to prayer hands. Relax the hands down. Give you one hint about that exercise. So we're stretching our head towards the ceiling, and everyone did a great job of looking straight ahead. So I didn't see anybody looking up, which is awesome. The other thing you can do with your hand, a lot of times we'll stretch our hand like all the way up towards the ceiling. We don't need to do that. It actually is a really good idea to have the hand just over the head. So the arm is curved. So I'm not holding my hand out here, but I hold my arm like this. This is really good for our muscle memory, okay? And you want this in your little bag of tricks. We're trying to teach you, we don't want you to fall, right? But if you do, this is a really good way to protect your head when you fall. So having this in your bag of tricks and your muscle memory to protect your head is a really good thing, okay? Because it's either 60 or 65, the leading cause of brain injury is falling and striking something on your way down. So we want to try and avoid that. And you're taking Tai Chi can help with that. But they also find out not only does Tai Chi help you not fall, so it helps your balance. So not only does it do that, but they have recently discovered that if you are taking Tai Chi and you fall, you're less likely to get injured. So that's also good news. Okay, so learn to hold the hand like this so you're protecting the head. How you doing? No, you're fine. Come on in. You want to lead class? You can. You have a chair over here is probably good, or a chair right there is good, or here, any one of those spots. So you can stand um, right here. So you have a chair to either side of you to hold on to. Okay. Have you done Tai Chi before? Okay. I just started today, but I ate Chinese foods here, so I'm good. So why don't we have you come around and you can stand right here. Awesome. All right. So we're doing what we call some warm-up exercises. So we're going to continue on with that. So from the Wuji position, so feet shoulder hip distance apart, nice gentle bend in the knees, tucking in the tailbone, heads lifted by the silk thread. We're going to try and not move our hips. We're going to turn our belly button from the left to the right without moving the hips. All right, that's the hard part. And if anybody does not know where their belly button is, Lou will be happy to show you. See what you get for saying that? Prayer hand position, Tai Chi ball, left hands on top, gently turning to the left. Stay on the left side as you turn the ball over, right hands on top, and then gently turn to the right. Stay on the right side, turning the ball over, left hands on top, standing up nice and straight and tall, gently turning to the left. And then we turn the ball over, right hands on top, and then gently turn to the right. Stay on that right side, turning the ball over, left hands on top, gently turning to the left. Stay on the left side as you turn the ball over, right hands on top, and then gently turn to the right. Do that one more time. Stay on the right side, turning the ball over, left hands on top, gently turning to the left. Stay on the left side as you turn the ball over, right hands on top, and then gently turn to the right. And then we turn the ball over, we come back to center and relax the hands down. Awesome. Shake your legs loose if you need to. We're going to do one more standing exercise. Then we'll have a seat. All right. This is a good leg strengthening exercise. So make sure you have a chair next to you that you can hold on to. Okay. So in this exercise, we're going to try and keep the body straight. So as I shift my weight all to one leg, I'm not leaning out or leaning back. I'm keeping my body nice and straight, and I'm keeping a bend in that knee. So I'm not locking the knee out. I leave a nice bend in it. All right. So use your chair. Stay safe. All right. Weight shifts to the left. Bend in the left knee. Right foot. Cat stance. Tap right toe to the front, empty, keeping all the weight left. Hold on to your chair. Stay safe. And cat stance once again. Tapping right toe to the side, empty, keeping all the weight left, keeping a bend in your left knee. Don't lock that knee out. And cat stance. Tapping left toe behind us, right toe behind us, keeping all the weight left. Keep plenty of space between your feet when you do this. Make sure you're stepping wide, as it's called. And then we come back to cat stance and back to Wuji. Awesome. So when we're stepping back, make sure you're stepping wide. Don't step narrow like this. We'll put you on a balance beam, okay? All right, you guys look excited. Weight shifts to the right, bend in the right knee, left foot, cat stance. All the weights on the right. Tapping the left toe to the front, empty. And cat stance. Tapping left toe to the side, empty. Keep all the weight on the right. And cat stance, weight is still on the right. And then left foot behind us, empty. Make sure you're stepping wide. Good job. All the weight's right. Cat stance. And then back to Wu Ji. Awesome. Shake your legs loose. All right. So there's a chapter 2 to that exercise. Do you want to do chapter 2 or do you want to just move on to seated exercises? Any thoughts? Chapter 2? All right. So if you're tired and you need to sit down, please do. Especially coming off of, we've had what, 4 days of heat warnings in St. Louis. So it's natural to feel a little bit more tired. Okay. So if you're tired, it's okay. Sit down. All right. So chapter 2 has to deal with weight shifting. So I'm stepping out empty with that front foot, no weight on the front foot. And then I'm going to shift all of my weight to the front foot, which allows me to tap or float back foot. So use your chair, stay safe. Keep a bend in the knees. Your body's going to want to lift and lock your knees out. Concentrate on keeping a bend in the knees. It's going to help you with your balance. And luckily, most of you have shorts on, so I can tell if you're bending your knees. It makes it really easy on me. Weight shift to the left, right, cat stance. Keeping all the weight left. Tapping the right toe to the front, empty. And then we set the right foot down, but we don't put any weight on it. Keep your weight back on the left. Keep a bend in the left knee. Now shift all of your weight to the right. Use your chair. Tap or float left foot. Keep the body nice and straight. Setting the left foot down without any weight on it. Then shifting the weight back onto the left, right, cat. Use your chair. Stay safe. Standing up nice and straight and tall. Tapping right toe to the side, empty. All your weight's on the left. Setting the right foot down without any weight on it. Then shifting all of your weight to the right allows you to tap or float left foot. Keep the body straight. Setting the left foot down, empty. Use your chair, stay safe. Shift weight left and right cat stance. Isn't that fun? One more on this side. Tapping the right toe behind us, empty. Keeping the body straight, keeping all the weight left. Setting the right foot down, but still keeping all your weight left. Then you shift all your weight to the right. That allows you to tap or float left foot. Setting the left foot down, empty. Shifting the weight left and right cat stance. And then back to Wu Ji. Awesome. Same thing, other side. Weight shifts to the right, bend in the right knee. Keep that upper body straight. Keep a bend in the knee. Left foot, cat stance. Tap the left foot to the front, empty. Setting the left foot down, but keeping your weight on the right. Then shift all of your weight to the left. That allows you to tap or float right foot. Keep a nice gentle bend in that left knee. Setting the right foot down, empty. Shifting the weight right and left cat. Tapping left toe to the side, empty. Keep all the weight right. Setting the left foot down, still keeping the weight right. Now we shift all the way to the left, which allows us to tap or float right foot. Setting the right foot down, empty, all the weight's left. Shifting the weight to the right, left cat. And then we tap the left toe behind us, empty. Last one. Setting the left foot down, shifting all the way to the left, tap or float right foot. Setting the right foot down, shifting the weight to the right and left cat. And then back to Wu Ji. Isn't that fun? All right. Shake those legs loose. Any questions on that exercise? That's a really good balance exercise. It's a good leg exercise, right? All right. So let's have a seat. Did I tell the guitar one yesterday, Lou? You remember? Not yesterday? You can't even remember which ones I told, huh? Don't blame you. No, that was a while back. That was a while back. That was a good one too. Um, if you play guitar and you want to know the secret to making it sound better, stay tuned. I did tell you the one about my neighbor and my water bill, right? My neighbor got his water bill and he couldn't afford it, so I sent him a get well card. See, those are good jokes. All right, so seated Tai Chi. So when we do seated Tai Chi, sit up on the edge of the chair. Try to not use the back of the chair. Our feet are flat on the floor. Yep, not using the back of the chair. Our knee is directly over the ankle. Okay. Um, it's important to have the knee over the ankle. You don't stress the joints out as much when you do that. Okay. Pelvic bone is kind of a flat bone, so don't lean back or crunch on the pelvic bone. So often we sit like this, kind of rock forward on the pelvic bone and lift the head by the silk thread, and that will give us good body posture in this direction, and it also gives us really good body posture from the side. So I'm not sitting like this, but I'm sitting like this. All right? So try to not use the back of the chair. That's going to help you. It's going to help you with your core strength. All right? So the first hip exercise we're going to do is a side to side hip exercise. So we're going to turn to the right hand side of the chair. Now, it's very important in this exercise because we're going to be opening the leg up. Keep the knee directly above the ankle. All right. So we're not doing this or this or this, but we're doing this. And it concentrates the stretch here and also on the hips. Okay. Trying to get everybody in view here. All right. Prayer hand position. Gently pushing against the right wall, an imaginary right wall, opening up the left leg. Feel the stretch in the hips. Worry about the legs first, not the hands, and then we come back to center. Again, pushing against the right wall, opening up the left leg. Keep the knee directly above the ankle when you do this. And you come back to center. Awesome. One more time, pushing against the right wall, opening up the left leg. Try and keep the knee directly above the ankle. You'll feel a nice stretch when you do that. And then we come back to center and relax the hands down. Then turn to the left hand side of the chair. Going to do the same thing, other leg. So from prayer hand position, gently push against that imaginary left wall and opening up the right leg. Keep the knee directly above the ankle and come back to center. Pushing against the left wall, opening up the right leg. Feel that nice stretch. And come back to center. One more time, pushing against the left wall, opening up the right leg. Feel that stretch in the hips. And then we come back to center. Relax the hands down, turn back to center, and shake those legs loose. Awesome. Glad you guys don't wear kilts. That's good. Oh, come on, that was funny. All right, heel kick next. 4 motions with the leg. We're going to lift the leg up, kick the leg out. This is a heel kick, so we push out on the heel, up on the toe. And then we lift the leg back up and then float the foot to the ground. Keep the body straight, keep the back straight. And if you're able to, punch out the opposite hand, okay? So, hands loosely gripped at the belt line. Picking up the left leg, heel kick left, punching out right fist. Picking up the left leg and floating the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, heel kick right, punching out left fist. opposite hand. Picking up the right leg, floating the foot to the ground. Picking up the left leg, heel kick left, punching out right fist, opposite hand. Picking up the left leg, floating the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, heel kick right, punching out left fist, opposite hand. And then you pick up the right leg, floating the foot to the ground. Beautiful. We have 2 more to do. Make sure as you're doing this, you're going to kick out with one leg, in this case, mirroring you, my left leg, I'm punching out with the right fist. So we're crossing that center line of the brain, which is really important, okay? So sitting up nice and straight and tall, picking up the left leg, heel kick left, punching out right, opposite hand. And then picking up the left leg, floating the foot to the ground, picking up the right leg, heel kick right, punching out left fist. And then we pick up the right leg, floating the foot to the ground. One more time. Make sure you're sitting up nice and straight. Picking up the left leg, heel kick left, punching out right fist, opposite hand. Picking up the left leg, floating the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, heel kick right, punching out left fist, opposite hand. And then we pick up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Shake those legs loose. Good job. Did you notice something different? I forgot to do the second hip exercise. All right, so we're going to go back and pick up that. Pardon? Oh, you didn't miss it? Oh, it's a good exercise. It's fun. So we're going to do 2 more. We're going to go back, pick up a second hip exercise. So we're going to do 2 motions with the leg. The first motion is lifting the leg up, pulling the knee up to the chest. Lift your knee as high as you're able to without leaning back, all right? So as soon as you feel yourself starting to lean back, that's probably a good place to stop. But you're trying to lift the knee just a little higher each time, all right? Also make sure that you're not doing like a crunch. So you're not doing this as you lift the leg up, but you're doing this. Keep the back straight. It'll help if you kind of like gently lift the head towards the ceiling. That'll help you keep your back straight, all right? Second motion, we're going to push down like you're trying to drive your foot down through the floor, okay? Again, keep the body straight. Your body's going to want to lean forward to give you better leverage to push down. You want to activate those core muscles as you push down, okay? All right, so hands down at the side, starting with the left leg. We lift the left leg up. Hands are behind us. Keep the back straight. Keep the body straight. And then relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, push, push. And relax. Lifting the left leg up, hands are behind us. Don't use your hands. Let your body do what it can do. And relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, push, push. And relax. One more time. We're lifting the knee to the chest. Lifting that left leg up, keeping the back straight. And relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the left foot, hard as you can. Push, push, push. And relax. Same thing, other side, lifting the right leg up. Hands are behind us. Keep the back and the body straight. And relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the right foot, hard as you can. Trying to drive that foot through the floor. Push, push, push. And relax. Again, we lift the right leg up, pulling the knee up to the chest. Keep the back and the body straight. And relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the right foot, hard as you can. Push, push, push. And relax. One more time, lifting the right leg up, hands are behind us, not using the back of the chair. And relax. Hands in front of us, pushing down on the right foot, hard as you can. Push, push, push. And relax. Beautiful. Shake those legs loose. Good job. All right. Everybody having fun? Maybe I should ask if anybody's having fun. That would be maybe more appropriate. It's tough to do. It's tough to do. Um, it is. It actually is, but it helps strengthen the core muscles because most of the time, as you said, like when you push back, sometimes you want to like almost like fall back, but it takes strong core muscles to keep your body nice and straight. Some people will try and lean forward to try and get better leverage down there. But yeah, you do when you push down, you kind of that equal and opposite action. Yeah. But what you're doing there is you're building up your core muscles. And that's one reason why I don't have you sitting against the back of the chair because that's supporting you. So you're not strengthening those muscles. So when you sit forward, it's all up to these core muscles. Um, and for me, this is really important with for people with Parkinson's disease. Because most people want to focus on your extremities because that's where your Parkinson shows up first, is in the ankles or the wrist or the legs or arms. But you have all of these core muscles, which are very, very important. It's like building your house on a firm foundation, not building your house on sand. And so you want to be in that firm foundation. So you want to sit in this direction. So when I sit like this, I'm not building my core muscles. When I sit like this, I'm helping the core muscles even more. And then when I'm moving my leg up and down and sitting up straight, now I'm really giving the core muscles a workout. Okay. And pay particular attention to that with Parkinson's disease. All right. Got to keep a strong core. Okay. Good question. A lot better than some other people. You got lucky. Wait till Gary gets here, then you'll have good instruction. All right, toe kick next. So, same thing we did 2 exercises ago, but last exercise we were pushing our, pardon me, our heel out, toe up. Now we push our toe forward. Still lifting the leg before and after, keeping the body nice and straight. Okay. And make sure after you do a toe kick that you come back to this position and do a count of like 1 or 2 and then float the foot to the ground. And also make sure you're not dropping the foot, but you're floating the foot to the ground. That takes a lot more muscles to do that. Okay. So we're sitting up nice and straight and tall. Big smile on our face, sitting up on the edge of the chair, not using the back of the chair. Hands loosely gripped at the belt line. We're going to start with the left leg. Picking the left leg up, toe kick left, punching out right fist. Picking up the left leg, let the foot hover there, and then float the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, toe kick right, punching out left fist. And then we pick up the right leg, let it hover there, and then float the foot to the ground. Picking up the left leg, toe kick left, punching out right fist. Picking up the left leg, let it hover, float the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, toe kick right, punching out left fist. Picking up the right leg, let it hover, and float the foot to the ground. 2 more. Picking up the left leg, toe kick left, punching out right fist, opposite hand. Picking up the left leg, floating the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, toe kick right, punching out left fist. Picking up the right leg, float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. One more time. Make sure you're sitting up, nice and straight and tall. It shows when you get tired because you start slumping, right? So sit up nice and straight and tall. Make your moms proud. Picking up the left leg, toe kick left, punching out right fist. Picking up the left leg, good job. Float the foot to the ground. Picking up the right leg, toe kick right, punching out left fist. And then we pick up the right leg, let it hover there, and float the foot to the ground. Beautiful. Shake those legs loose. It was funny, when I was a little kid, mom would always tell me, good posture, sit up straight, young man, sit up straight. I think all of our mothers said it to us, right? Um, but as we got older, we started doing Tai Chi together, and Mom had Parkinson's disease, so I got to tell her to sit up straight. She used to call me a smart something, started with an A. It wasn't Alec. Something started with an A. She said, "You smart." I think it was, maybe it was Alec, little kid. Pardon me. It was good times. She used to get a grin on her face when she did that. It's so cute. All right, everybody feeling good? Apparently, I'm losing my voice. So, all right. So, if you're able, go ahead and stand. We'll do the ankle exercises. If you need to stay seated, please do. All right. So, we're going to work on that ankle flexibility. Okay. So, you can actually stand right here because then you'll have a chair to either side of you. Awesome. Good. All right. So, I'm going to try and shift. All right. So, weight shifts to the right. Bend in the right knee, left foot. Touch heel and toe, heel and toe. Don't move the leg, move the ankle. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. One more time, heel and toe. Then shift all your weight to the left, right foot, touch heel and then toe, heel and toe. Try to not move the leg, move the ankle. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. One more time, heel and toe. Coming back to center. So that would be a good exercise for everybody in this room to do. You can do it seated, you can do it standing, either way. Standing is going to help you a little bit more, but it doesn't matter. If you need to do it seated, do it seated. Um, One of the movement disorder specialists told one of my students, Parkinson shows up first in the ankle and the wrist. And so you want to keep those ankles real flexible. All right. When you lose the flexibility in your ankles, you start doing that shuffling walk. And we want to try and keep you out of that walk. So when you're walking, you're lifting your knee up. Okay. So get those ankles nice and flexible, nice and strong. Doing that once a day, really, really good. 3 times a day, over the top. That's for all you high achievers, all right? So, second ankle exercise, weight shifts to the right, left foot, touch little toe, and then big toe. Outside and inside. Little toe, big toe, don't put any weight on the foot, little toe, and big toe. Then we shift weight left, bend in the left knee, right foot, little toe, and big toe, outside and inside. Little toe, big toe, outside and inside. And then we come back to center. Awesome. Questions on any of those exercises? All right, so moving along, let's do the hokey pokey, as I like to call it. Dr. Lam has not agreed to that one yet. So we're going to be touching the heel in front of us, empty, no weight. We're going to be touching the toe behind us, again, empty, no weight. We're keeping, like in this instance, all the weight is on my left foot. So there's no weight on the right heel, no weight on the right toe. Pay particular attention. Keep your body straight. So as I touch heel and touch toe, I'm not leaning backwards and I'm not leaning forward. I'm keeping the body nice and straight. Okay? From this perspective, as I step backwards, make sure you're stepping wide. Again, you want that in your muscle memory. So anytime you step backwards, you make sure that you're stepping wide. Don't do this and put yourself on a balance beam, okay? Lastly, as you transition from heel to toe, we're going to work your balance a little bit. So lift the knee, touching the heel, lift the knee, and touching the toe. It doesn't need to be this high, but get used to lifting your knee. As I was talking about before, we want you lifting your knee as you move about, okay? So remember 20 things simultaneously, and you got this, all right? So weight shift to the right. All the weights on the right. Keep the weight on the right. Empty left heel, using the chair if you need to. Stay safe. Lifting the knee as you transition. Empty left toe, hands in front of us. Make sure when you step back, you step wide. Make sure you're stepping wide when you step. Thank you. Good job. Lifting the knee, empty on the heel. Lifting the knee, empty on the toe. Make sure you're stepping wide when you step backwards. So the feet aren't close together. Move the left foot out to the side a little bit. There you go. One more time, empty on the heel and empty on the toe. Nice, very good. Coming back to center, beautiful. By the way, I'm not trying to be mean when I point that out, because if I don't tell you, how would you know, right? But it's really, really important for our safety. So he'll tell you when I'm being mean. Never. Oh, all right. Then I owe you after this. Is that right? Uh-huh. Weight shifts to the left. Bend in the left knee. Keep all your weight left. Empty right heel. And then we lift the knee, empty right toe. Make sure you're stepping wide. Good job. Your foot's hooked around that chair, so be careful. All right. Empty on the heel and empty on the toe. Nice. All the weights left. One more time. Empty on the heel and empty on the toe. And come back to center. Awesome. Good job. Good job. All right. So we're going to expand on that. Where you were setting the heel down empty, now we're going to set the foot down empty. A little bit like an exercise we did before we sat down, right? Then you're going to shift your weight 70% on the front, 30% on the back. Don't step out too far. We're trying to learn to step out empty, all right? So as we step out empty, there's no weight on the front foot, and then you shift your weight. Try and keep the back heel down. Then we shift our weight back. We don't move the feet yet, and then we come back to center, okay? So use your chairs if you need to. Stand up nice and straight and tall. Let's just do the feet to start with. Weight shifts to the right, stepping out empty with the left foot. And then shift about 70% of the way to the left. Keep the back heel down. Weight shifts back and come back to center. Awesome. Make sure that you're stepping wide, all right? When you step narrow, it's going to test your balance, okay? Weight shifts to the left, stepping out empty right foot. Shift weight right, keeping the left heel down, 70% of the weight up forward on the right. Now shifting the weight back, and we come back to center. Shifting weight to the right, stepping out empty left. Shifting left, keeping the right heel down. Bring the weight forward onto that left leg. Then we shift the weight back and come back to center. Same thing, other side, weight shifts left, stepping out empty right, shifting right, not punching, keeping that back heel down. Make sure you're stepping wide as you do this, all right? There you go. Weight shifts back, and we come back to center. Awesome. So let me show you something. Relax for just a second. So from the side, I step out empty. When I shift my weight forward, I'm putting more weight on the front leg, but I'm using my hips to shift my weight. So as I shift my weight, I push my hips forward. My head and shoulders just follow whatever my hips are doing. All right, so the whole body moves forward in a nice straight line. Okay. So again, just the feet. Weight shifts to the right, stepping out empty left foot. Shifting left, keep the right heel down. Weight shifts back. Make sure you leave plenty of space between your feet. Coming back to Wu Ji, shifting weight left, stepping out empty right, then shifting right. 70% of the weight is on the right. Good job. Weight shifts back. Don't move the feet yet. And then we come back to center. Awesome. I think that's a good place to stop. The one hint I'll give you, make sure when you're in this Wu Ji position, imagine you're standing on railroad tracks. So as you step out, you're still stepping on railroad tracks, all right? So you're still keeping this distance between your feet. So don't step and start to do this, because now you're putting yourself on a balance beam. When you do this, you're keeping wide and keeping really stable, okay? All right, questions? Pardon me? No, definitely don't want a balance beam. And that's why you want to do that. Think of railroad tracks. You want to, like, even when you're walking, like you're walking down railroad tracks, you have that space in between the feet. Yeah, leave the balance beam for like Simone Biles and those kind of people, right? All right. Any questions? So let's have a seat. Let's do some meditation, shall we? Oh, sure. You're always welcome. Always welcome. If you haven't tried meditation, you ought to sit down and try that. Okay, well, have a seat. Have a seat. So we're going to do meditation right now if you want to join in. Okay. Sure, no problem. So we're going to turn out the overhead light. All right, how's meditation going for you guys? Are you practicing it at home? That's all right if you're not. I say that again. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Do you get YouTube? Okay, so there's a YouTube channel called, I think it's called like Relaxation and Meditation Music, and it plays music similar to this. So if you want this type of music, if that's what you're looking for, I mean, you're not going to find 80s rock on it or anything like that. But it's called like Relaxation and Meditation, I believe is the channel. And that's all they do is just 24/7 play music like this. You can also go to YouTube. There are some guided meditations on YouTube. So you can look up those guided meditations also. Or there is a one of my students, and she has Parkinson's. There's one app that you get on the phone. It's a paid app. It's like $6 a month or something like that. It's called Abide, ABIDE, and it's a Christian meditation app. So if you like something like that, you can use that. That's been good for her. There's lots of different types of meditation, just as there's different types of Tai Chi. There's different types of meditation. So find one that suits you. You can also go to the APDA website and pick up this exact meditation that we're doing here. Like this class will probably get posted next week sometime. And so, this feels comfortable for you. That's a good thing to do. How's meditation? You shook your head. Yes, you were doing meditation. How's that going for you? Okay. 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 Um, does that happen during Tai Chi or during meditation? Okay. So you okay. Gotcha. So that goes back to those core muscles I was talking about. So if you practice a little bit just sitting like this every day, like I'm not using the back of the chair right now. Usually when I do meditation, I'll scoot back and use the back of the chair. But if you practice just a little bit every day of sitting up nice and straight and tall, your core muscles are going to slowly get stronger and stronger. And if you want to do it, um, like what's the word I'm looking for? if you want to be um, explicit about doing it, what you can do is sit up on the edge of the chair like this for however long it takes. Can you do 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes? It doesn't matter what the time is. But you mark that as like your base time. So let's say you can get a minute done. So you're able to sit like this for 1 minute. So do that for the whole week. Sit just 1 minute per day for the whole week. When you get to the next week, pardon me, increase that by 10%. So 1 minute, 60 seconds, you're up to a minute, 5 seconds, a minute, six, technically. And so then increase it to a minute, 6 seconds. And then the third week, another 10%. So you're up to a minute, 12 at that point. Or 13, something like that. I'm not good at math. But you're gradually increasing, very gradually increasing your time, but that will help you increase your core strength. There was a lady, she had Parkinson's disease. She also had something called Guillain-Barré disease, which you do not want. It's a really, really bad disease. It has nothing to do with Parkinson's. But she came to class, and the second time she came to class, she goes, my legs were so tired after your class. And I said, well, I had her stand in the Wuji position, do the very same thing. So she stood this way for as long as she could and then marked that. And then she increased 10% every week. So when she was able to do that, she could only stand for like 30 seconds. That's all the time that she could do it. And that was in January. By the time she got to July, guess how long she was standing? 30 minutes. She went from 30 seconds to 30 minutes, just slowly increasing every day. And her caretaker was with her. And I said, did it make a difference in your life? And her caretaker said, oh my God, she's up, she's doing things. She's not sitting there anymore. So stand in the Wuji position, sit this, do both if you want, but just add just 10% every week. And that might fix your back issues. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV, but that can help. All right. Or if you need the name of a good acupuncturist, I can give you that also. Okay. Sure. All right. So let's do some meditation. We only have a few minutes left. So sitting up nice and straight and tall. Go ahead and slide back in your chair if you need to. Get yourself comfortable. So taking a long, slow, deep breath in, closing the eyes, and exhale, clearing the mind of any thoughts. Inhale, big, deep belly breath in. Exhale, breathing out, clearing the mind of any thoughts. We're going to start with our feet. Taking a big, deep belly breath in. As we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through your feet, relaxing your feet. Inhale, filling our lungs with air. Exhale, breathing out through the feet, relaxing our feet. Onto our legs. Taking a long, slow, deep belly breath in. As we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through your legs, relaxing your legs. Inhale, filling our lungs with air. Exhale, breathing out through the legs, relaxing the upper leg, relaxing the knee, relaxing the lower leg. Onto the hips. Taking a long, slow, deep belly breath in. As we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through your hips, relaxing your hips, relaxing your bottom. Again, big, deep belly breath in. Exhale, breathing out through the hips, relaxing our hips. And let's go to the inner stomach. So, big, deep belly breath in. As we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through your inner stomach. You're releasing your tension. You're letting go of your anxiety. You're letting go of your anger. Inhale, filling our lungs with air. Exhale, breathing out through the inner stomach, relaxing our inner stomach. One more time, take a big, deep belly breath in. And as we breathe out, imagine you're breathing out through that inner stomach, relaxing the inner stomach. And we'll have to stop there for the sake of time. But look how relaxed you guys are. Good job. So I talked too much, so my apologies. But that looked really nice. If you haven't tried meditation on your own, it's a really good thing. It's a really good way to relax yourself. When life gets you anxious or brings tension into your life, use the meditation to offset that. Don't take an anti-anxiety drug. Use meditation to calm the body down. Much easier way to do it, and probably has a lot better success. A lot of those anti-anxiety medicines are bad for your balance also. Okay? All right. So Gary will be here next Thursday. We will be off next Friday. And I will see you in 2 weeks from yesterday. Okay? So everybody have a great July the 4th. I hope you guys have an awesome July the 4th. Happy birthday to America. And we'll see everybody in a couple weeks, all right? Thank you. Thank you.